Case Construction has identified Bangladesh as a key market with multi-product potential. And to take hold of this opportunity, Case Construction has joined hands with one of the largest conglomerates, ACI, in Bangladesh market. Today, we feel honored to have with us the Honorable Chief Guest, His Excellency, Mr. Pankaj Sharan, the High Commissioner of India to Bangladesh. And I'm happy to announce that we also have amongst us Mr. Mohammad Wahid Rahman, Chief Engineer, Local Government Engineering Division, and Mr. Abhijit Gupta, Managing Director, Case Construction India, as distinguished special guests of this ceremony. I would now request the Honorable Chief Guest, His Excellency Mr. Pankaj Sharan, the High Commissioner of India to Bangladesh, and all the special guests, Mr. Mohammad Wahid Rahman, Chief Engineer, Local Government Engineering Division, and Mr. Abhijit Gupta, Managing Director, Case Construction India, the Honorable Chairman, Mr. M. Anisuddola, ACI Limited Managing Director, Dr. Arif Dola, ACI Limited, and Dr. F. H. Ansari, Executive Director, ACI Limited, to please take the seats on the dais, please. Now I would like to call upon Mr. Arif Dola, Managing Director, ACI Limited, to deliver his welcome speech. Dr. Arif Dola, please.
His Excellency, Mr. Pankaj Sharan, High Commissioner of India to Bangladesh. Special guest, Engineer Mohammad Wahidur Rahman, Chief Engineer, Local Government Engineering Department. Mr. Abhijit Gupta, Managing Director, Case Construction, India. Mr. M. Anisuddola, Chairman, ACI Group. Mr. Ajay Aneja, General Manager, Strategic Communication and Export, Case Construction. Members of ACI and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. This is a very special occasion for ACI. ACI is a company whose mission is to improve the quality of life of the people of Bangladesh. And in that category, we operate in many sectors: healthcare, consumer brands, retail, agribusiness, plastics, and many other ventures. In particular, I'll focus on agribusiness. About 5 years ago, we decided to move into agricultural machineries because of the need for agricultural efficiency in rural Bangladesh. As we moved into that, we built some capabilities and competencies which seemed very natural to move into the direction where we are today. We trained thousands of engineers and employed several hundred engineers in our own ACI Motors to understand the mechanization process. But as our mission is much wider, to improve the quality of life of people of Bangladesh, it was natural to look into infrastructure, especially as this engineering competency was coming close at hand and we were developing these service capabilities. 1.5% of the country's GDP is lost due to the infrastructure deficit. And World Bank estimates that about $35 billion worth of infrastructure expenses will be made in Bangladesh. So as a company, one of the leading companies working to develop and speed up the economic engine of Bangladesh, it was natural for us to also play some role in this development process. And through ACI Motors, which already built some of these competencies, we looked into the prospect of going into and supporting the construction and infrastructure development industry. Therefore, the magic word case. We encountered them, and today they are our partners, one of the world's leading construction equipment companies, with capabilities that are unique to the subcontinent because they have fuel efficiency, customization and design capability, Alongside, they have the full range of products for construction. So the combination of our strength locally with their capabilities looked like an ideal activity which we could take forward for the development of Bangladesh, and thus in line with our mission. So with this, I really feel happy that today we are all gathered here together, and there are many speakers after me who would be able to tell you more about what is possible. And I wish this business the very best, and I hope we will get your full support in really improving the quality of life of the people of Bangladesh, which is really our mission. We believe it, and this is one very important component in that big mission. Thank you.
Now, a much awaited moment to celebrate the unveiling of the product by our respected guests. May I now request our Honorable Chief Guest, His Excellency, Mr. Pankaj Charan, the High Commissioner of India to Bangladesh. Our special guest, Mr. Mohammad Wahidur Rahman, Chief Engineer, Local Government Engineering Division, and Mr. Abhijit Gupta, Managing Director, Case Construction India, to proceed and honor the unveiling ceremony, please. I now request Mr. Abhijit Gupta, Managing Director, Case Construction India, to give an overview of Case. Now we will see the video presentation of CNH International.
His Excellency Mr. Pankaj Charan, High Commissioner of India to Bangladesh, ACI Chairman Mr. Anisud Daula, Managing Director ACI Dr. Arif Daula, our special guest Mr. Wahidur Rahman, friends and dignitaries and very eminent government officials and from people from industry and media. It's my indeed pleasure, honor, and privilege to be here today amongst all of you to bring our best products to Bangladesh. Case Construction is an organization which is seen a history of 170 years. So the products what is being produced and what we are going to launch in Bangladesh has a lot of technology history, lot of efforts by the design engineers, lot of testing across the world in various terrains and in various geographies. So this is a product which is very important, very close to our heart. And for Case, these are some of the premium products which are successfully running worldwide. To talk about Case, before I would like to share with you what is the genesis, what is the heritage of this brand and how it has evolved. We are a part of Case New Holland Industrial. This is an industrial group worldwide which has its operations almost every continent. Every market has its market, and it is into industrial products like construction equipments, what you have seen and what you would be seeing more, agricultural equipments, all sorts of agri solutions, trucks, buses, engines, financial services. So it's one of a very strong industrial group which ranks amongst top 3 of the world. So I'll take you through very quickly about CNH Industrial Group, and then we'll come to Case Construction. If you see on the screens various products out of Case New Holland Industrial, which is buses, trucks, firefighters, excavators, backhoe loaders, skid steer loader, tractors, engines and transmissions. Case New Holland Industrial is listed in New York's Stock Exchange as well as at Milano. And as I said, it has 4 distinct verticals in terms of agricultural equipments, construction, truck and powertrain. And we are having a history of various brands merging with this group over a period of time. And these brands have remained strong in certain markets, and that's the reason why we are pitching different brands for the different applications, because there is a emotional association of the customers and the region with these brands. So you will see a lot of brands of Case, New Holland, Steyr on agricultural, Case and New Holland on construction, Iveco, and Fiat Powertrain. And I'm sure all of you would be knowing about Fiat engine, how strong it has been and what all the applications. Today it is being used in Maruti Suzuki, Tata Motors, General Motors, everywhere in the passenger car. And on the industrial, it is also supplying to all the major industrial groups like Volvo, Caterpillar, and many other places. In terms of key figures of 2013 versus 2012, so one group with 12 brands with 42 R&D centers. So we have about 62 plants which is across the world, starting from North America, Latin America, Europe, Asia Pacific, and total markets which are catered are 190. 71,000 employees with innovation related people in R&D working round the clock, more than 6,000, with competency centers both in Europe and US. And we have active patents 7,000. R&D spent is $1,222 million. Then we have profit, which is reasonably good, and we have increased our revenue by 3% in spite of 2013 being a very difficult year for all of us, but we are trying to do best to increase the revenue. In terms of key features, we are globally top 4 in terms of capital goods. The top one is Caterpillar, followed by Volvo, and us and John Deere go neck to neck. We have a sales revenue turnover of about $35 billion worldwide. And in agricultural sector, we are number 2 global leader in commercial vehicles, and in